Oh, wow. A lot of me. Good morning. Good luck with today's broadcast. My partner in the talent is home, feeling under the weather. So I've just plugged a bunch of cords into a bunch of places, and we're going to see what happens. So you have to, hopefully the stream seems to be pretty decent. Hopefully I keep close with the score. There's a lot of flashing lights and buttons and knobs going on over here. So we will see what we can do. This is March Madness. We must have lost the toss. We never serve first. This is March Madness. Here at the old Bud Dome. Start us off by Alex. Can get tipped over. Alex up. Got away with one there, I think. There's a hit. Picked up by Alex, but not playable. That's going to put the Tomahawks on the board first. They would be 18s. We obviously are 16s. There's the Big Bear. Put the Big Bear on the headset here. Take over on the other side. Zero 1 is our start. Playing up in an 18s tournament. Actually, I think it was the 17s, and they got combined 17s and 18s, so we'll get hit back over, picked up by Jazz. Barrow to the outside. Rachel. Picked up in the back. Jazz. Neela off the right hand. Picked up in the back. Rolled over. Good job. Rachel down in the back. Picked up in the back again. There's a heck of a pancake there by Cam. But it didn't quite have enough height. Everybody kind of gave up on it. It didn't have enough height for anybody to get to it. So 0-2. Picked up Barra. Neela off the block. Jazz with a heck of a play to keep that one up. And that one's going to come down on the Tomahawk side. Powell point. Nira to serve this one. Times the net cord. Tomahawks. Service error. Those give that back to us. 2-3 the score. See if I can turn the scoreboard a little bit here so that our fans can see what's going on. If I can keep up with it. There's an ace by Gabby. That's going to tie us back up at 3. Gabalina put this ball into play again. It's a screamer in the back left. You push to the right side. Pushed over. Cam. Jazz, good job. Stay with it, and she's going to get a kill on that one. That's going to be the first lead of the day. 4-3. Gabby into the net. It's going to tie us up. Piranhas with the service error. 5-4. Olive comes in. Alex goes out. Little Bear put this ball into play. Back in the middle. Dumped over. That was a heck of a dump. That was a hard spot. It was a good hit by Olive. There's a big hit out of the back. That's going to tie it up. Picked up by Jazz. Barrett to the outside. Olive off the hands. It's going to be a tough ball. It's going to be able to make it recovered. That's going to be a double. But it's not called. There's a good hit by Jazz right off the top of the hands. That's going to be a heck of a kill. It's one of those few times where if you'd have hit that straight down, that would have been a good block, but she kind of hit it straight back off the top of the hands and made it difficult to play that ball. It's going to be out. 6-6. I'm going to trade some service errors here. Fortunately, which is unusual for us, we've started out with 3 service errors. Gabby, overpass. Jazz off the outside of the hand. They're going to say it's out. (6-7). Tomahawks lead. Over 6 minutes into this game. Picked up, Bear to the outside. They are picking up all the hits now, and there's an error. 7-7. Rachel in, Gabby out. I think I must have missed Gabby coming in earlier. Tipped. Pancake. Good follow-up by Barra. Keep that alive. Cam. Net violation. Point Southsiders. Jazz will put this ball into play. Right over the top of the net. Net's out. I will call that an ace. Steve's not here to argue with me. First pass was not able to be brought over. Steve says the volume is low. It's loud on me, so I'll turn that up. I'll turn me up a little bit here. I'll turn my headset down because I don't want to hear that much of me. There's another Southsiders point. It's going to bring us up 10-7. Jazz into the net. 10-8. Picked up in the back by Jazz. Bear to the right side. Olive with a heck of a hit off the hands in the back. It's going to be 11-8. Alex in the middle, going to the outside, rolled from the back. Barra going the outside. Rachel's just going to push it this time. I'll pick that up. They push it. We get a block by Barra. Roll shot over. Barra. Neela, the heck of a play. She went up there to hit that ball and then just waited. And everybody came down, and she actually hit under the ball, which caused a backspin, pushed it over, just over, and there was no distance to it. It just fell. It was a great play. Picked up in the back, pushed to the outside. Big block put down on our side. 12-9. Barrow was there, just couldn't close that block and get it back over. Got hands on the block. That's the first part of being able to block the ball, is being able to get hands up there. Let me know if the volume got any better there, Steve. Sitting on your lazy boy watching. Rolled by Rachel. Picked up, going to the right side. Hit, picked up, blocked by Rachel. Alex, Rachel, free ball over, and that was almost made its way to the ground there. That didn't come over. 13-9. Timeout, Tomahawks. The girls are coming out playing good. Playing a good job here. Got to keep the ball up and keep it in play, keep it active. Making some very smart plays. And I'll tell you, that shot on the right side by Neela was really, really smart play. She went up and just waited. And after the block went, she swung. I don't know if she knew she'd be under the ball, but she swung under the ball, and the ball just kind of arched over with a backspin and just dropped. There was no way for them to get to that ball. Neela with the serve back in the middle. Push to the outside. Dumped into the campfire. I would be willing to bet that was one of the things they talked about in the huddle, is the campfire there. Cam, Alex, Mabel. Gonna swing on that one. Picked up by their libero. Pushed. Net violation. Southsiders. 13-11. I have no idea where these Tomahawks are from. All the pregame prep that I did, I have no idea. There's another good miss hit actually by Barra. Got up there and went to swing on that ball, kind of got under it, so it changed the trajectory. Nobody really saw it. Figured it out. Found its way to the ground, and Gabby finds her way into the net for another service error. 14-12. That's 5 on the day for Southsiders, which is highly unusual. Serving is usually not very much of an issue for us. That's 5 of their 12 points are from us. A heck of a serve over off the hands by our hit by Jazz. Little Bear puts us into the play, deep in the middle. Push to the outside. Picked up by Cam. Dug out of the net, and good play by Mabel to get that ball over. Push deep. Net violation. Southside. This game, as we would expect, is going to get called tight. This is an 8-teams game. These coaches should be on top of the game and be able to referee pretty well. Picked up by Gabby. Push way to the outside. Olive with a good hit. From the back. Ball coming from the back. It's a nice job. Barra seeing Cam coming over. Lets her pick that ball up. Goes to the outside. And that doesn't come over. Wrong score. 16-13. Sometimes when the unexpected happens, it throws the other side off, and I think that's exactly what happened there. If I expected that ball to come over and they made it over, just a touch. 16-14. Picked up by Gibb. Barrow, right side. Jazz off the hands. That's what we would call jazz hands. She kills that ball right off her hands, and it just went like a 45. And there's no chance for anybody to get to that one. Jazz in the back. Push to the right side, outside. Goes down. 17-15. One of those who's got right on top of that ball, not much you could do with it. Picked up by Jazz. Barra to outside, rolled over by Rachel. Touched over and not able to get to that. 17-16. Gotta get back on top of this one. Got by Olive. Olive pushes that way to the back. That was a good play. They recognize how everybody keeps collapsing up front. So she pushed that deep in the corner. Alex. Off the top of the net in the block. We're going to stay within one there. 18-17. It was a good year, 18-17. Picked up in the back. Barrett to the outside. Rachel just going to smack that over. Good recovery off the block. That's not coming back. That makes that smack over was really a good play. They were set up for a hit, ready for it, and they had no idea what to do with that ball when it came over. Nira, deep in the middle. Outside, right side. A falling player puts it up. Rachel back in the middle. Free ball out. Bear to the right side. The slide, Mabel. And that doesn't come back. We're going to go ahead and clip that whole thing off. Mabel with the slide, hammered that ball down. They were actually able to pick it up, but they couldn't play it after that. I don't know if you guys were watching the pregame. One of the Tomahawks players, while it's a block by Mabel, one of the Tomahawks players while serving stepped on the ball and twisted her ankle. I haven't seen, I don't know which one it was for sure. I don't know if she's in playing back or not. Picked up in the back. Pushes the right side. Oh, almost. It's a heck of a play. Let's go ahead and clip some of that off. It's a heck of a play there. Trying to keep that ball alive. Floater picked up by Kim. Alex. Mabel just a little bit short. 21-19. Not every hit goes over. Oh, somebody's got gum on the floor. It's on their side. Nice dump by Little Bear. Dunk you very much, as Steve would say. 22-19. We can throw one more in here. We've got the Monsters Inc. score. Raquel, deep in the middle. The right side. Off the hands, pick up by Rachel. Oh, Jazz is right there. I was almost able to make that playable. It was a heck of a play trying to keep that alive. 22-20. We will not have the Monsters Inc. score. Jazz going to play that over. Free ball. On the outside, off the hands, picked up by Cam. Nobody's going to get there. 22-21. Timeout, Southside. We go into the backside of this first set. This has been a pretty evenly matched game, pretty back and forth. Seems to be playing it pretty well. Tomahawks will put the ball in the plate. Cam. Good hit by Jazz. Cross court, picked up in the back. It's going to get pushed over. Put back by Mabel twice. Mabel. Barra. Jazz off the hands. We have a little bit more Jazz hands. It's off the hands and out. Got by Gab. Oh, it's free ball by Gabby. They were somehow able to make that playable. Went down the line and out, and that's going to tie us up. Right here on the critical spot. Got to make these plays count. Olive rolls that. Out. Set point for the Southsiders. And service error is going to tie us back up. Tomahawks put the ball into play. Picked up by Gab. Rolled long by Neela. Give them their first set point. Timeout. Southside. All deep in the middle. Picked up by Cam, Barra, Jazz. Changes that hit up a little bit. Goes to the back. Picked up on the back. Overpass. Push to the right side. Off the top. Barra. Cam. Neela. Short. Block. Plays it. Hit by Olive. Good job. There's two of them collide. Cam, and that's it. First one goes to the Tomahawks. They'll reset this one. We stayed on top of them, just let them come back too much right near the end. So down 1-0. Again, we're in an 18s tournament, playing against the 18s. I think, if I remember right, we actually were in a 17s tournament, and then they combined the 17s and 18s because they had two divisions this week, and somehow they got combined, and so here we are. Start off set 2, we have the Tomahawks serving. Tomahawk libero will put this into play, picked up by Alex, just off the roof. Good hit down by Rach into the back. Good block by Barra. Picked up by Jazz, Barra. Neela cross court, picked up in the back. Cam, Barra outside. Rachel down the line. First point to the Southside. Mira down in the middle. Going to the outside. Picked up by Neela again. Rachel off the high hands. Picked up. That was a pretty good play by their setter to keep that ball alive. Slide. Mabel a little bit short. Ties this game at 1. Picked up by Alex Barra. Mabel down the line and not coming. It was a pretty good play down the line. Surprised they were able to pick it up. It was kind of an awkward, broken play from that side. Rachel serves there, ties us up. Excuse me. Picked up in the back. Push to the outside. Jazz rolls it. Overpass. Barra off the hands. It's almost like they knew that was coming. They still couldn't do anything about it. Because I saw that ball go up. I mean, there's not a whole lot of options with Barra right there at the net where it was. so they kind of knew that she was going to put it down or have to dunk it, and they still couldn't help it. Barra into the back. Dump to Barra. Side. Jazz. Down into the campfire. 4-2's your score. Barra deep in the back left. Middle blocked by Mabel. It's going to be rolled, picked up by Barra. The ball is going to find its way down. 4-3. There's a clean ace. I believe that's their first ace of the game, or this whole game, match, game, whatever it is. And ties up at 4. Picked up by Geb. Barra to the outside, right side. Mabel blocked. And you're going to get a timeout. The Southsiders already. I would have to imagine this is one of those timeouts where she sees something that's going on, or sees something that's happening, or sees an opportunity and wants to discuss it with them so we can make it capitalize and do something about it. Let's see if that's not the case. Hopefully they can capitalize on whatever was just discussed. Punctuation is key. You need to capitalize in the appropriate places. Picked up by Jazz. Overpass. Cleaned up by the Tomahawks. 6-4, or 4-6. Service error. It's a hard service error, too. 5-6. Back within a point. Mabel will serve. In the middle. The free ball. Well, actually, a good hit from the back on the right side. Neal with a weird arching hit. Hit and blocked. Got to see those blocks coming in and tool the block. Gabby. Barra. Touched by Neela. Dug up. Awkward cross ball. Jazz. That ball in the middle. And there is a war at the net. Won by Jazz. Got to the point where she hit the ball about 6 times trying to keep it playable. Well, I guess you can hit it 3 or 6. Just can't hit it more 4. Jazz into the middle. Pushed over. Straight down. That was just a clean ball. They found the opening and went straight across. There's nothing to do with that one. Got to get a block on it. It's the only option you have in that play. Picked up by Jazz. Olive. Follows that ball nicely. Good free ball by Neela. Neela makes sure it stays, and they're calling them in the net, so we'll take both of those. I wish it was 2 points. But it was 7-8. Alex in, Olive out. Seven, 9. Communication. Picked up in the back by Alex. Bear outside. Rachel with a Rach bomb. Against the first Rach bomb of the day. 8, 9. Neal off the top of the net. Finds its way down. That'll be our first ace of this set. And that's going to be a game tire. We're at 9-9. And that breaks the tie. 9-10. Picked up in the back. Push the outside. Rachel. Net violation. Ties us back up. The coach is calling this net tight. I'm okay with that. Just be consistent. Gabby deep in the back corner. Push the outside. Blocked and down. Put the Southsiders on the top for the first time here in a while. 11-10. Gabby with a screamer. Touched over. Barra going to the outside. Jazz went to touch it. They touched it over and just didn't have any room. They were right there as well. Gabby. Barra. Jazz a little bit short. Just had that mistimed a little bit. Was up there a little bit early to get that one. It was the right play. Would have been a good play. Gabby. Barra's tough spot, so she dumps it. A tough play. Good pick off that block. Barra picks that ball back up. The outside block tooled out. (11-13). Got their hands on that block. Got their hands on that ball. Just weren't able to keep it in. She went hard cross, so the bounce back went out. Overpass and out. 11-14. Time out, Southside. Only down by 3. Just trying to stay on top of them on the backside of this second set. Down 1-0. We gotta win this one. I think it'll force the third set. I don't believe this is a 2-and-done tournament, but again, with my extensive game prep, I did not look at that. I put the teams in this morning while I was trying to get everything set up. So, Southsiders down by 3. Got by Alex. Cam, 3 ball over by Jazz, deep in the back. There's a ball. right down the line, so they're going to replay that. Ball came in right on the left side of the court, and the play was running right down that line, so it's the right thing to do, just to go ahead and replay that, stop the play, or anybody else getting hurt. Mabel blocked big time. They were looking for her, and she tried to hit through it, just couldn't quite make it. They had her number on that one. 11-15. Gabby. Barra. Camry. Barra. Double. This is that part of the game where nothing's going your way. Just gotta keep chipping away. Picked up by Alex. Barra. Jazz deep. Off the hands, picked up by Jazz. Barra. Jazz with a big hit, but long. It's been quite the run by this server. It's her 8th serve. Picked up by Cam. Barra hits that over. Off the top. Barra's going to go out. Jazz! She's going to find the campfire and break that serve finally. 12-18. Girls have a little bit of work in front of them. Looking down a 6-point deficit right now. Little Barrel put this ball into play. Picked up in the back. The right side, cross court, picked up by Gabby. Overpass, but yet playable. Dumped short, picked up by Barra. Good set by Cam. A nice dump over. That was a heck of a play. I'm going to go ahead and clip that one off. 13-18. Picked up in the bats, an ace. Ace by the Little Bear. Makes it 14-18. Within 4. Take a breath. You can only chip away 1 point at a time. Little Bear short in the middle again. It's going to be a tough ball to play coming over. Good job to hit on that. Nice play by Jazz. Keep that alive. Dumped over. Barra. Olive up. Pushes it back. Good scramble to net. Southsider's blocked by Mabel. (15-18). We're within 3. Oh, wait a minute. I guess that came down. 14-19. Outside, Olive. Jazz down the middle. Dumped over, and Mabel cleans that one up. 15-19. Picked up. Bit of a scramble, pushing over. Barra. Short. Jazz just going to push that. He called an illegal hit, but I believe Barra is in the front row. They're trying to say the ball hit the ground before he blew the whistle. She's trying to. Coach Lee's arguing that the ball hit the ground, but he's saying I blew the whistle, so we're going to replay it. 19-15. That's not coming. Sometimes that's all it takes is some little weird thing and can shift the whole view of the game. So hopefully that's what happens here. Mabel will go for her second serve. Picked up by Mabel. Barra dumped over by Neela. Off the block. Everybody was right there. They just hit off that block and changed the trajectory of the ball enough that nobody could get to it. (16-20). Bear to the backside. Jazz pushes that. That finds the ground. 17. And I will say we're doing pretty good. We've got a really good ref up here. He is very tight, paying a lot of attention to what's going on, and that's going to be a timeout on the other side. I mean, the fact that he even recognized the possibility of an illegal hit, back row attack, says something for the knowledge of that ref up there. And I'll pay attention to him. Every time the ball's near the net, he gets down and he is watching. So I think we've got a really good ref on this court. Hopefully he stays here all day. Don't know what any of the others are like, but he's been very good so far. They're off camera. You can't see him. Mark and his 17s, green maybe, from the north side are over in the walkway. Not sure what the extension of the timeout is. There's something on the floor or something? We're waiting on a Band-Aid. assume whatever Band-Aid or whatever it is they're waiting on or whatever is the reason for the timeout, although they should have done this in the timeout, not after the timeout. Not sure why they're allowing this to go on this long. All right, I guess now I don't know what's going on, but all right, we're starting again. Jazz back blocked down on our side, 21-17. Olive, Bear to the outside. Picked up by, it was a good hit by Rachel down. Was not able to get picked up. Two girls went for the ball. The libero was on the ground and couldn't pick up that second ball. Alex back to serve. Picked up in the back. Push to the right side. That doesn't come over. 19-21. Got, according to a little device here, we've got 10 of you all that drug yourself out of bed to watch us in the morning. Maybe you didn't drag yourself out of bed. You're still watching. Ball not playable. 20-21. Alex loses the ball. It's it back. Picked up in the back. Pushed it outside. Good job by Neela putting that ball up and hit by Alex out of the back. Off the top. I'm not sure that was blocked, but because that's what we're going with. Neela. Her eyes got too big for that one and smacked that a bit long. She saw it coming and ball in play. Jazz in the back, kind of handcuffs her up high. Rachel down the line. 21-22. Back within one. Neela picked up at the back. It's going to be a long tie ball game. Her eyes got a little bit big too. I think she screamed that ball and it went about a foot long. Neela drops that in the back left corner on the right side. Picked up by Alex. Barra. Rachel down the line again. It's their second timeout. We are going to play it out from here. Wash, rinse, repeat. Let's just keep going down that line if they're going to keep giving it to you. Nilo doesn't make it. Tie game. Hit the net cord and it just stopped. Sometimes it rolls, sometimes it doesn't. They're outside. Mabel down and out. Set and match point for the Tomahawks. That's going to do it. Tomahawks will close this one out. I believe we are a playoff. So I think we got about 45 to an hour, and we will be back. Keep an eye on the socials for any changes, and we